All right, I'll go to chat mode. I got uh my stomach hurts. I don't know why. Hey, Sorrow. Uh yes. Feeling better? Yes. Maybe. My lighting is weird. I changed my desk setup. For some reason, this is sort of a effect of, I think, just streaming for me in general. I get tired right before streaming because there's like energy I have to create because I'm not an extrovert. And then my stomach started hurting. My stomach hurts. I don't know. I'm not testing positive for COVID anymore. That's good. My corona. Anyway, I started in chat mode. Tonight I'm going to be working more on battle system and hoping I can make a little more progress. I've been a little delayed. I spent the weekend. Hey, Toke. I spent the weekend completely redoing my desk. It's really, really clean right now. See how long I can keep it that way. I have reorganized all the development consoles I have. I have added a few little mini gaming machines that will also be used if we go to events and stuff. And they'll be my building machines. I actually named them after each main character. I've relocated my light slightly. I've added a 8-port high-speed switch. Not like a Nintendo Switch, like a Switch. I will try to telepath you some sleep. We'll get started right now. All right, we'll sleep well randomness. Battle system indeed. I'm battling the battle system. What happened to my screen at the bottom? So my whole desk is just completely... I mean, like, anyone who's ever had to deal with wiring up their desk and getting... Like, I literally bought one of those organizational systems where they have, like, stickum thingies and wrappy thingies. I've used a lot of them. I have so many wires that I just very nicely and, like, organize and group them by what devices they're going to. Whew, if that's not a battle, I don't know what is. I'm telling you what. It's been a battle. And then, we're going to work on the battle system. Let's talk about the battle system that I really haven't done a lot on since my last stream. Why have I not done a lot on it? Because all the desk stuff I just described. I have so many plugins. I have so many plugins that I needed to plug in that I actually bought. Oh my god, what did I spill water? What's going on here? Hold on one second. Got so excited I wet my desk apparently. Sorry. So I have so many plugins, I had to order like a 20 plus port surge protector thing, and it was supposed to come on Saturday, the day that I was supposed to stream, and it did not. And it was like okay, it's gonna deliver between 5 and 8, like perfect timing. I'll plug everything in, I'll do my stream, and then it's like then 10 p.m. and then 10 p.m. the next day, and then I didn't get it until Monday. So the whole weekend it was like kind of a loss. So we're gonna work on the battle system. Where have we gotten with the battle system? What are we doing with the battle system? Let's talk about the HE double hockey sticks experience. I'm sorry, I'm super distracted. Where's my... This is what this is going to... Tonight's going to be this. I apologize in advance. You're getting distracted, Motzi. And that's what we get to deal with. So, battle system. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about battles, baby. I have spent a fair bit of time going back and re-looking at how the battle system works. Now, I don't know how other developers do this. When you're a developer, you need to get a handle on, code that maybe you didn't write. I don't know how other people do it. Some people just read the code and are like, okay, got it. Now I understand the code. Not how it works for me. I literally have to go through and create a document and step by step go through this. Now I don't want to blind everybody. Where's my dark mode? Dark mode, engage. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna do this. Excuse me. Can I hide? No. Okay. So I've been going through, and essentially what I know enough about the battle system to know where certain things happen, right? But I realized that with their battle system, their sequence manager, which is just a bunch of states, they have all these different values that they change. And last time I was working on stream, I was trying to get the timing of the animation, and they kind of mix in their animations with state and state activity. So I'm trying to figure out how to separate the animation from all of the state configuration. And so basically I was like, okay, well, there's only one way I can really do this. There is this thing called ready execute. The way their system works, their system is set up to assume you queued up all the commands first, and then all the characters play out the command. So it's like one of the classic system where you're everyone decides what they're going to do. Very classic Final Fantasy. And then everything plays out, all the activity and actions and attacks and stuff. That's not how our system works. So we're doing, I don't know what the style is called, but it's turn-based, right? Like one person's turn, then your person's turn. But then to get a handle on this, I'm converting a system where they queued up all these actions and then ran through a bunch of processes to one person goes, and that's an entire turn for the person. Right? Then another person goes, another person. And then monster goes, whoever's turn it is. So they have this thing where it's like a ready execute command, where this is what happens before the command is fully ready to execute. Although weirdly enough, they do this execute command start. This is the thing that actually starts the animation of the player doing whatever the command is. This is where they've mixed it up, right? They do ready execute command, they call this, and then they do things to execute the command, which is not necessary. What we need to do is we need to do the calculate, we need to have everything calculated and then play the animation for the effect. My stomach is not good right now. I think I got nervous because Saro and Toke showed up, and I worried that they're going to start judging me for my coding, as they always do. So basically what I did was I went and found all the key properties and provided descriptions for each one in my notes document. And then I found all of the sequence of actions that are related to actually animating the attack. So what I'm hoping I'm going to do now, without much difficulty, is I'm going to take all of this and extract it from the current code I have into where the animations are going to happen, which are going to be afterwards. So then I can control the timing and be very precise about what I'm doing. I get why they did their system the way they did, because the way their state system works, they literally made the update loop their timing. I think I discovered this last time. So in change battle state, this is the thing that makes the state move to the next step, right? Their state machine. They use a battle state frame. So every frame, every update loop, they increment the frame count. And that is literally how they do some of the timing of their battle. very not kosher for me. I don't like this at all. I'm gonna just not do it. So what I need to do now is not feel sick. That's what I need to do. I need to go back to here. So this is where I actually make like process attack actions is supposed to be the calculation. I need to do all the processing, and then I need to have the animation happen, which I kind of try to do here, but it's not exact. So now I gotta go find out like where I did things. See if I can adjust this. So the first thing I need to do in process attack action is I need to remove this garbage. But things go away for the resub. And I need to move everything to different places. So what is this execute attack? This thing just that's a bunch of statuses. So, and this right here, set battle monster effect, I believe is also a thing that causes like this is the reaction of the battle monster. So what I need to do for process attack action is pull this logic out. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to comment it because I don't really know for sure where we're going. But anywhere we use set battle effect, we have to get rid of that. Anywhere we use the execute action, which should only be when these actions happen, I have to remove it. Burpee. No, that's not right. This is wrong. This one. I think that's gonna cover. Yeah, this is okay. This is just setting like what the damage to display is. Which incidentally I'm gonna have to replace because that's localized. Or I could change it with an icon. Okay. So those are the literally I think that's all I have to do. And if I'm right about this, if I play the game, there won't be an attack and there won't be an effect of the attack. Well, there might be. So let's see. Display action effect. I think this will cause some action effect to happen. This is like setup damage text animation. So this would show like the text of the damage that happened, I believe, when you do a basic attack. But if I don't do anything here, there should be no animation that's going to happen. I mean, it feels like I have something like in the wrong order. I'm going to get rid of any of these like reaction things. And I think that should be. I'll rebuild it one more time. But if this works like I'm hoping, then there should be no animation when the battle happens. Then what I could do is I can move all the battle, like all the animations after all the processing happens. Because that's where the part of the reason I did all this setup here is now I can know where I have to, like what things have to get set in order for the animation to play appropriately. But hopefully it doesn't mean I have to change much. Let's find out, shall we? Side note, by the way, I have one user who is having an issue where they try to load the game and it's just a black screen. And they've been really helpful. I have zero ideas how to fix the problem. I don't even know how to diagnose it because every time I send log messages and they test it, like, it doesn't tell me enough. There's no error. It's like, I don't even know how to fix that. It's really frustrating. That's, you guys know, the struggles of game development. Let's see what we got. Okay, if I do an attack, so this is where I mess with things. Literally nothing should happen except I think damage text might show. And the damage of the monster didn't undo because I didn't play the thing that would undo the damage effect. Perfect. So that's good. That is actually very promising. So before I do any sort of crazy changing of the nodes I use, let's just make something that plays the animation. See if that works. So let's go to here. Play action. Do I need to do anything else there? Think about this. Well, yes, I do, but I'm gonna create class. Because I think, like, if it's a skill, there's different things that get called for skills that don't get called for basically. All right. So what we need here is we need to start the action. So there. Active. So we have to start the action, then we got to figure out when to time the next thing. Let me go back to here. So what this has is getting hot in here. So we have one status change, and this, I don't think the status change has any. No. And then we have 30 frames for displaying, which the animation for the attack is happening, and then we have. I think we have a few more frames. 20 frames here. We have 50 frames that happen before it gets to execute battle command. Now nothing else, no animations happened here yet. This is still like if the attack, now this is calculating the attack information, which is weird. Like, I don't know why it's this. Set attribute with weapon damage, that's fine. This is adding the enemy effect characters, which we do. And then this is just making sure the damage tech is set. So far we haven't done any new animation triggers. And this right now we're not worried about escaping. We'll get to that later. This is set command effect. So this is what is determining the actual effect that happens, which is still something that has been set by the time we get to the animation section. We just haven't played the animation. I think this block right here, where there's like friend effect GUID, this is probably what we want in the animation. This is going to start the animation, even though it says friend effect GUID. What is this here? Oh crap! But they set it. Okay. Do I set this for something? Process attack action? No. No. Play action effect? No. No. Did I not do any friend effect stuff? No, because we're not doing friend effect, right? We're only doing the battle monster effect, which is this. I think what I need to do is store the effect. One of my problems is like I basically have separated out the set command effect with whatever thing is happening. So if it's an attack, I just directly set it instead of setting an enemy effect. Okay. And I think what we should do, because we're all working together on this, is whatever this is doing here, like for the different attacks, we should just store this value. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. It's going to need to be stored somewhere. And these are just like the effect GUIDs are literally just the animation, or actually it's actually the GUID of the effect for the skill. Like, yeah, the animation again. Okay. GUID being, what's G stand for? Universal User ID. Globally unique user ID. Guess I could Google it. Google underwhelming. Okay. So soul. We want this code theoretically. They do it so backwards. Look how weirdly backwards they do this. They do like, they loop over all of the target characters, because it's actually plural, so there could be more than one. And then they check if there is a friend effect GUID or an enemy effect GUID. And then they apply it for each one. Why would they do that? It would mean that the same effect would have to play for every monster. You can't have a different effect per monster. Interesting. Part of me wants it to be that you could have a different effect per monster. It'd give us more flexibility. But to change it, then I would need to store values differently. What values do I have access to? We have battle actors. Let's go to our battle context. Battle context is what I pass around to retain values I need to use in different places. I mean, I think it's good to do this, but you probably want to like store sub values for certain. We have the current hero, current battle action. Current battle targets, which is a list of battle actions. Okay. The two ways I can do this is I could. I guess before I enhance it, I should just implement how it is. It's not even like, let's not overthink this. So what we're gonna do instead is we will have a friend effect GUID and a enemy effect GUID in this. Right? But we'll call it effect instead of effect. I don't call them GUIDs, I call them IDs just for consistency's sake. I'm not saying that's the best way to do things. I'm just saying it's how I do it. Okay, so then we have that. We're going to steal this code and refactor. So in here, we're going to say if context. We're going to use the context this time. Dot current battle target. The count of battle targets is greater than 0. We'll do this thing. Thank you, Copilot, for making my life harder. Actually, I don't even need to do this because I don't need to nest this because I'm gonna. The battle targets are always is a list of something. It's never null, so we can just do. And there's not that many, so doing a for each. I mean, we're not really going to allocate too much garbage. We also don't. We need to check friend effect GUID every time. Command friend effect. Got to figure out what's going on here too. Where do these get? I think I actually noted that in my document. We have. Did I not name it? Yeah, okay. So did ally characters affected by the command. So this is going to be on. Apparently, I didn't store the line. Okay. I'll have to go back. Let's find out where we actually add values to this. To be clear, we only add ranges. Ooh. Interesting. Bendable with skill. So we're gonna go up, I think. Here. There you go. Interesting. So they don't add a lot. There's still only 4 of these things. Okay. What happens when you just do an attack? Skill, okay. Bendable, okay. This is bendable with skill, okay. So this. Huh. They have to get added somewhere else, right? Go back to. And this shows a lot more than 4, but they're in. Oh, it's because my notes. Okay. To To me, that implies that I need to go back and look at this code real quick. Where are we here? Display message, execute battle command. Okay. So we clear out the affected characters. If it's an attack, this is where the attack calculation happens. If we hit it, hey shorty, how are ya? Here, I'll put you in some of the newer code I'm working on. How's it going tonight? 12. I'm sorry for the yawns and stuff. I don't, it's like, didn't sleep the best last night. Might not help. My the crap out of me. Hey, look, it says you for the resub. I like how, you know, Copilot's like, I don't know who you are, but I've seen this message before. It's going, how you doing? I'm all right. My stomach hurts for some reason. I literally don't know what's happening because right before I started streaming, it just started feeling a bit ick. I blame streaming on this. Okay, for the okay. My name is Gassy. I think that's what I am. Burpee. Get some of that bubbly stuff out of my tummy. Oh, okay. I guess this makes sense. Okay. So if you're attacking, it's only going to be the enemy affected character. So that's okay. It's just weird. I guess, okay, whatever. I'm not going to overthink it. So that would mean this is okay. So what we're going to do is like, I just don't want to keep getting it from content. We'll change this here. We'll do GUID.empty. We'll do active care more than one. Now I'll just replace it. We'll do enemy effect ID. Battle sequence manager. Okay. There's a bit of copy pasta here. I mean, literally, this code could be combined. But I don't want. What I do? I'd want. Okay, so the target is going to be the battle target. Not source. You know what? Time to sleep. Lurk you next time. Thanks for the lurk, Toke. I hope you sleep well. Thanks for your token lurking. Want to make a toke. I don't mind you, Sorrow. What are you deving, though, is what I want to know. Like, what's your current progress on your project? And when do I get to see it? Hey, Nate. How are you? Look, you get a shout out by default. It didn't work, though. My bot must be borked. So, currently mapping out basic level design of a church. Take me to church. I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of life. That noise, is that the music? Oh great, it's making me log in. What? No. Log in with Twitch. Oh, I don't want to log in with Twitch. Oh my gosh. This is dumb. Must be the music that's doing that. Monty makes log in. Oh, it's gonna make me do like look up. I mean, yay for security. You said something about good to see you. Hold on a second. What? Me? Both as a combat field and just as an overworld level. I can send a quick GIF. Yes, send it. Buddy, it's good to see you. I just had a convo about 2020 and how much I spent time with people like you and Val. But then life happened, I know. And life has not been, you know, going easy on us, you know. I've not been watching basically any streams lately. Google Authenticators. No, not Google Maps. I don't know. I don't need to find my way around. Google. No, it's just called Authenticator. Just buy Google. Bye Google. Sorry to hear that. Haven't seen Composing in a while. Yeah, she's blocked you from seeing her streaming. She told me that she does never want Nate on her stream again. I'm kidding, obviously. Well, we all got, me and Composy and our eldest daughter got COVID. We had Thanksgiving time frame. It's been really busy. She'll probably be streaming on Friday, maybe? Perhaps? She's just not streaming as much. It's a really busy time of life right now. Turn CloudBot. CloudBot, turn on. Okay. Stay on. Stay. Let me see what you got here. Oh, wow. Can I show it? Well, you sent the link. Can I bring it up on stream? So you doing all, I forget, do you do all the modeling on this? It looks very, what is it? Fire Emblem like? I like it. This says sign up for free. No, thank you. I'm gonna close down all of that now. Now let's see if this works. Shout out to Nate the Sound Ninja. I do a good chunk of the modeling, yeah, but for some detailed texture work, I have characters. Okay. Man, everybody's making a game these days, man. Just can't not make a game. Okay. So this is Jeopardy. So what I could do, I made a wait for, let's see, wait I did a wait frame. I could do wait in second. Okay. How did I do that? Thanks, Wallablur, for your Prime sub. I would just do a wait for seconds. So what I could do is like, I do below this. Recommending a different way. I do all the animation and rigging though, so learning that was fun. Yeah, a lot of work, man. Wait until. float seconds, callback. Yeah, look at that. And then we'll do. I love it. I love Copilot. It's so fun. Write code for me. Make my life easier. I don't think I've coded a line of C# other than shader stuff in 2 weeks working on. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that should scare me or excite me. Well, one of the advantages of working with other people is that if you had somebody who could do the modeling, you could do all the coding. Like I have the joy of doing. Although, I will say, I would really like to work more on game story. But here I am working on a battle system. Private void. Do action effects. We'll need to pass in object content. Storylines dialogue is like what I do on my commute to and from work. That's you must be commuting, not drive. You must not be driving yourself. That's the time I have to come up with zingers and coherent dialogue. Indie dev is rough. I do the same while I'm walking dogs. I'm constantly recording voice memos. Oh yeah. Wait, Nate, are you working on your own game? Has this been something that I should have known? Join the Dratchy Games Discord. Okay. Thanks, I suppose. What? I'm really excited. Tell me more about this. Do you have a link? Do you have more information for those following along at home? Warner, Machi, hey, sup? What are you working on, mate? Warner, I am working on life choices. Hey, look, you're one of the top, whatchamacallits on Twitch. Yeah, I'm working on my life choices. What I'm working on the battle system. So I'll show you real quick. So Smile Game Builder, which is what this engine's built on, it's got a battle system that is like this crazy state machine in code, a bunch of states, and I have to convert it to my own system that leverages more of Unity, not only because I have to localize the text and I need it all consistent with my current localization system, but I need to change how the battle system works fundamentally to make it more interesting and engaging. I have an Instagram link. Yeah, save it, share it, share your links. And so this is a little glimpse at what I've done over this process. Because the first step was I made some UI, and then I replicated the current state system using my own Xnode nodes. So this is basically like almost a one-for-one replication, except battle system is slightly different from what Smile Game Builder does. And now I'm working on actual the breaking out of the actions in a more proper way for the node system. So it's been a journey. Let me see what this is. He said, "Careful, it's loud." Oh God. Okay. Oh, it's muted. Okay. That's okay. It's muted for me. I don't think I'll let other people play the music. So this is your concept art. Looks really cute. The newest concept art makeover by the awesome art staff. Aw, stuff. Stuff's great. But so you don't have like a visual. This is Nate, by the way. Yeah. wasn't gonna play it. Not because I don't want to hear your stuff, but because like juggling that is gonna be a pain in the butt. With like I have to go find my audio thing and turn it down. I'll listen to it later. But anyone that has a link, they can go take a listen to it. I don't want to fight with my system. I spent my entire weekend rebuilding my desk, basically putting like wiring things up and wrapping things. So I'm a bit Oh, and then my camera wasn't working, so I had to get that working. Pain in the butt. So I want to save this link. I see Dave said a word. Let me go see. I saved this link so I can look at it later. I have an Instagram. Okay. Dave, if you had to create the game again, would you use Smile Builder? Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this before. And Jacob and I were talking about this actually. If I were working full-time on a project, I would have built, I don't know. Yes, 100%. I would use Smile Game Builder again. I would have done, if I had to go back to the beginning when we started, and if I knew what I know now, I certainly would just go with the one that worked, right? That worked. I think if I had tried to build everything from scratch, I would have given up ages ago. Having like functioning code and a system that we could build off of definitely made it much easier to make progress. And yes, it's a pain in the butt to go back and refactor, but everything looks cool, mate. Thanks, Warner. It's just not. You need to join a work call. Enjoy your phone call. You're also verified. Wait, are you a Twitch partner? This is your verifiable. Look at you. Are you streaming? Why am I not following you? Game web development spiced up with a bit of rock. Follow. Why wasn't I following you? What you got in your about? My name's Warner. I'm a programmer and a bit of a 2D animator. All this time I've been away from streaming, I focused full-time on freelancing for game dev studios. You are a freelance developer for game dev studios? You do Unity development? So you don't stream anymore? Let's see. There's nothing on your schedule. You must not be streaming anymore. You might have said that before. He's on a work call, or they're on a work call. I think obviously they're not going to respond to my question. Okay, so do you know Gruntled here on Twitch? Gruntled? Tell me more. Who's Gruntled? Did that work? Hey, my name's Brayden. Yes. Who dis? So Nate, you were sort of getting nostalgic about 2020. Gruntled was in that era too, right? Disgruntled? Oh, who dis? Disgruntled. No, straight up Gruntled. Yeah, Gruntled. I mean, there's so many people from that era, and there's people who changed their name. So Miss Arabelle was, can't even remember now. Miss Arabelle now is, I think she, they, or they, them, they, she. God, there's so many people, man. Listen, like, okay, you guys see these avatars on the screen. Do I still have some of that stuff? Like, if I go to, I don't think I have Cubicle installed anymore. No. I have like 80 avatars. There's 80 people. That's 80 people who have either subbed or were gift subbed at the time I was doing these avatars on the stream. I think it required for the animated character. I think it required like a tier 2 or something. I can't remember what it required, but he's making my prototype. He's wondering if he can accomplish the skate physics in Godot using tile set so it's smooth and not resetting the momentum. I don't know how to. Yeah, you guys should talk. You guys know Wallaber, right? You should talk to him. I'm sure he'd love that. He's gonna suddenly start getting a bunch of people like, "Hey, Wallaber, tell me how physics work in games." Because Wallaber is making like a rally car game, that he had to learn the physics in Godot. You know, Wallaber's warn him first. No, just it's fine. I'm sure he doesn't get people reaching out all the time. You can always go to his stream and ask him, right? I don't know if he's streaming tonight. He usually does stream on Tuesday nights now. He decided that, you know, Tuesday nights was pretty dull night for streaming. And he wanted to make sure there was enough streaming action for developers, like proper streaming action. Wait for a second. Okay, how many seconds do we wait? I'm gonna guess say 0.5 and see what happens. Why is it doing this? 0.5f. Oh my gosh. Execute action effect. Oh, we need to pass the con. How do we pass the con? I guess we have to do this. So in theory, this will make the action chop happen. In theory. I'd love to ask him. He's really knowledgeable. I'll definitely respect his time, but I may be interested in having Gruntle to ask him about physics. Thanks for letting me know. Let me see. I'll message him now. Hey, Wallaber, do you take requests? Developers for some advice? Let me... Physics. I messaged him. Done. Just so you know, because I have ADD, the best way for me to do something is just do it right in the moment. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't actually put the action here. Hold on. So now, we've proven that the animation doesn't happen. Now we're gonna add the play action animations. Oh. And this is gonna go here, and then I need to make it so continue doesn't. I don't even really need it. Context. We'll just not set it. We'll just leave it like that. You didn't have to do that, but it helps a ton. Oh, I didn't. Let me go delete my message to him. Never mind. They told me I didn't have to do it. Sorry, Wallaber. Ignore what I said. They told me I didn't have to do it. About time I get some battle stuff moving forward, man. Wait, did you? Yeah, no, I didn't delete it. I just sent it. That would be the most jerky thing. I like to pretend like I'm a jerk, but I can't. I'm not good at going all the way through with it. Like when I tease somebody, I have to tell them that I was teasing them like pretty quickly after. I love that the damage text showed. Let's see, that happens in display damage text, right? No. It actually happens here. Where does it happen? Command reaction start. That's what shows the damage. And then is this it? The tweener? The in-betweener? Status update tweener? No, I don't even think this is needed. I think I can get rid of this. You're great with sarcasm. Yes. I've cultivated my sarcasm over time. Update battle status data. I don't even think this is needed. I think this is just like a visual. Yeah, because this is just using like a tweener for it. So I'm betting I could even not do that because the values are already updated. So we don't need tweener. We don't do command reaction end. Where is it that I do the? Find out. Anyway, I'll let you know if Wallaber responds to me. He's usually kind of a jerk about things. Like, he doesn't like to help people. You know. But that's okay. When you're a big mucky muck like him who's worked in the industry for 20 plus years, you know, you get sort of an attitude about how amazing you are. You guys know that's exactly not like what Wallaber's like. Wallaber's like overly helpful and nice and friendly. He's much better at programming than I'll ever be. Not saying that I'm bad at programming, but he's definitely got he's got the ability to solve problems really quickly that for me would like drag me down. Like even this battle system. I bet if he had to do the same battle system, he'd be like boom, 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 boom. Here, let me show you this. He'd be like solving things. Okay, but what's cool is the timing of the attack is working. The damage display is still happening, and I don't want it to. But it can't be because of this. Display damage text. Command reaction start. So this is the reaction of the actor. This is the thing that tells the animation to finish. Oh, here it is. Set up damage text animation. I think this is what happens. So if I remove all of that, I think it should stop those other animations. You love his TikToks? Yeah, he's got a nice TikTok. You know what I mean? He's really, really focused, but I can tell he's nice. Well, what I'm always impressed about when I watch him work on stream, I have no idea how because his stream is much more chatty than mine is. No problem there, by the way. Just his is more chatty. Especially like he's got a young. Also, no offense, he's got a younger audience, so you know some of them get a little rowdy at times. And he'll spend time working, but then he'll be happy to read and like respond, and then stay like his brain can stay focused on the work. But I'll start chatting and like it's really hard for me to separate writing code and talk. When I was doing art, when I was doing voxel art, it was great. I loved doing voxel art and chatting because voxel art is like a different part of my brain. I can do art and chat. Coding is I have to use language skills to code, and then talking it's all downhill. Okay, so if my calculations are correct, what should happen is the hermit will attack and an animation will play. I miss you in ionometry. Oh my god. He is kind of incognito. And then the animation of the attack will play. Let's see. I don't care about the damage because the damage is being tracked right now. Interesting. What did I... Ew. I didn't. What? This is the thing that's supposed to do it. Execute command start. Interesting. I don't remember where the execute command is. In here? What did I comment out that would cause it? I don't think tweener matters. Let's do that and see what happens. Good luck on eonometry. I know that a couple people reached out to him. One star is he? Can't remember her full screen name. It's been so long since I've seen her. Star reached out to him and then he like blocked her on Twitch. So I don't know. Yeah. Well, she said something like "you're a butt" or something because she was being silly, and then he just blocked her. Weird. So there must be something that this triggers. Why would this cause the animation to happen? That's kind of strange. So we did set up damage text animation. Character info.timer. This is crazy. The last time I reached out to him was 12/12/20. Whoa! It's like your brain has this reminder. And did he respond to you? I think I reached out to him once and he's just like, yeah. He like I messaged him a couple times. He didn't respond. So I just gave up. Not worth the effort. Yeah. Okay, so there is something strange about the way their code works. It's very strange to me that the animation isn't playing. Like, I comment out that line of code and the animation isn't playing. That's strange. Because it has nothing to do with this. This is supposed to happen before the animation happens. Shouldn't excuse me, happen that way. See what happens with this. You know, I don't fault eonometry. He just wants to have his life. I'm sure he just wants to focus on other things. Streaming is stressful. And the pandemic is over, so he's got time to go out and be about. And him and his wife like to go out and be about. They fault somebody for that. It is weird when there are people who you grow accustomed to seeing around, and then they just literally vanish. That's very strange. The pandemic caused a situation where a lot of people who would not normally have the time to be online suddenly had a lot of time on their hands. And then once everything started clearing up, they just went back to their lives. I still make some time to reply, but you're right. We definitely need to focus. It can be exhausting, even for like one person to message you to try and reply to it. If I wasn't living the life right now, if I had other things to do with my life, maybe I would feel the same. Can I just stop for a moment and say, and I realize this is my game, mine and Jacob's game. I love the graphics so much, and we have a CRT filter, which like it's just so like I love the look of the ground. It's just so nice and pretty. I know it's my game, but I still love it. It looks so cool. Anyway. All right. That's so freaking strange. Well, it's already working on Switch right now. We had it. I got a build working for PAX West. Yes. We went to 2 events actually in a row, and we used the Switch actually, and it worked fine. There was no real issues. The only thing is like I have to fix the buttons. Because the buttons are set for like an Xbox controller, and I still haven't fixed that yet. Yeah, it works on Switch. So what? Okay. Weirdly enough, this makes me feel like this is the thing that triggers the actual animation. Which can't be true. What is this doing? That's causing an animation. I see character info timing. Character for me to add. What is this? This is the battle viewer. What's going on here? Viewer timer, blinker. Is end playing? Super strange. I swear I thought this thing was the thing that caused animation to happen. Well, I mean, I guess I don't need to know. I think I can just do. I can literally just take this shit, this stuff. Excuse me. Oh, hey, Wallaber's actually live. Yeah, he streams on. He streams on these nights. He decided that I was not interesting enough to come watch, so he wanted to start streaming himself. Like, screw that Motzi guy. All right, let's see what happens if I do, like, if I just change the order of this. No, he's raided me on Tuesday nights. I like the notion that he's like, I can't stand watching Motzi anymore. I'm just going to stream myself. Why waste my time? I had an interesting epiphany recently. I was introducing to my kids to the notion of astrology, which it's junk science, right? Like, there seems to be something to it, because if you a lot of times if you compare like the different astrological symbols, like you read somebody else's sign, it's like that doesn't seem to match me at all. But if you read your own, you're like, gosh, that's like exactly me. But I was having fun reading it to them and like doing that thing. Oh, that's you, ha ha ha. But I'm a Taurus by my sign, and one of the things about Taurus is that they're supposed to be like persistent, and they can stick to long projects. And this is the first time in my life, outside of work, that I can have a project that I stick with. And so it's funny because my whole life is like, I'm supposed to be a Taurus. Why can't I stick to any projects? And now I'm doing it. Like, oh, maybe I just had to grow into it. Okay. But it's not the damage text, but there's some combination. I mean, we know this code triggers, right? If this code happens, maybe there's something that's not changing state. If the battle state frame count is greater than 20, and continue. I don't understand what I forget what it's doing here. Okay, great chatting. I need to mute, do some studying and writing. Speaking of ADD, yes, go do your thing. Given how my stomach is feeling tonight, I might not have a very late night. I might try to wrap up around like 10:30 or something. I'm okay with that. Like one of the maxims of development, especially if you're doing indie game development on the side and you have a full-time job, is don't beat yourself up if you don't get a ton of stuff done in the evening. Just always get something done. Always be making progress. That's it. It doesn't matter if the progress is like you added a couple lines of code and tested it. Just always get something done every single day. And then you too will be a smashing success. I don't really even care about this debug set. What is going on? It could be the tweener, right? Like I might need to have the tweener running. So let's turn the tweener on and see what happens. We don't care about the status update. I also don't care about the timing of this action. That runs. There's no waits here. The wait is right here, the thing that's waiting. So let's just get rid of this entirely. Remove it, but piece it. We don't lose it. What happens there? Did I quit? Oops. Did I quit Unity? Okay, again. We're getting there. Somehow I didn't pay attention and I closed Unity. I'm still a little confused. So this is what I don't like about their system, is that they put a lot of sort of inference in their animations. Like, oh, well, we call this one thing and that caused something else to happen. There's no traceability in their solution. Oh, hey guys, it's time to stand. It means I'm not moving around enough. I'll just do a little dance for you. Oh, is it done? Okay, fine. I don't know why I'm doing the pinky thing, but probably getting prepared to someday live in Europe or something. I uncommented some things. It's interesting that, like, okay. The tweener didn't do anything. It's literally this thing. So what is this doing differently? All right, let's go find out. So it's setting up damage tech. It's creating character data. And it's adding the character data to damage text in. We have draw windows, we have setup damage text, we have battle viewer, draw damage text. This is going to say something like draws the damage text. You know, it doesn't matter which language you write the code in, whether you're a Japanese or Chinese or Spanish. Most comments are going to be doing the thing that this describes. That's what I knew it. I knew it. I just knew it. So what I should do is I should leave this here so I can learn how to read the kanji characters, the katakana characters. Or is it hiragana? No, katakana. Do something something. I don't know all these characters. But what it says is it's probably written. It's probably katakana. It's like duru you know, dama. It's just basically and then saying of text, right? This is probably I'd guess. I don't know for sure, but I would guess that's what it is because this looks a lot like katakana. It's just characters that represent syllables that, you know, other languages use. Actually, what I like about Japanese is, like, you know, American language, English, I guess English itself, but like there is a difference between UK English and American English, right? They just take any word from any language they want. It's like, oh, I want tortillas, which is spelled tortillas, and people don't always say it right, or whatever. Like, there's just so many words that are just like stolen, straight up stolen from other languages. And I like that Japan's like, or Japanese is like, well, we'll have a whole character set for just taking other language words and we'll just literally phonetically say it in our, you know, in our syllables. I like that about the language. Okay, so we have damage text list. Is there something in here that triggers something? It doesn't seem so. But there has to be something that it's doing that's triggering this behavior. So if we go to find out real quick. Ready execute command. We got to find a spot in here that might reference something that like sets up an actor for animation. This is the first thing right here, right? Execute command start. This is theoretically the thing that should start the animation of the character, because it queues up all the different actions. Which this action handler, I always forget where this lives, but it's in Battlefield 3D. Okay, so execute action is basically their handler for any action that happens. So first, it's saying search from actor, which is just looking for the actor in the map. And then it's saying if there's an action, okay. Okay, so this is one part. Selected battle command type. Now I got to figure out where this gets. I think I do it in here, right? Yeah. Where did I... Okay. So theoretically, this is what should be happening. Start is supposed to be triggered, and then what it does is motion. New actor state. This is getting the motion that's going to be used for the attack. Hey, laser burn. Lasers. How are ya? There's a lot of noises over there. You okay, Liz? Okay. Just want to make sure you're okay. I've been good. How are you, Laserburn? Check. And how's... Give me 1 second. Where's my little... Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm all right. Got a plethora of work to catch up on. Oh yeah, jaw surgery is Friday. Oh man, hopefully it goes well. Jaw. So what was I doing? I was doing Q actor state. Okay. It doesn't seem to matter whether this is here or not. That's what's weird. Oh, I see start tween though. Attack end. Okay. So what? We do attack. Hopefully your surgery goes well. And that, yeah. Do you have to like get your jaw wired shut and stuff? The jaw surgery is like, in order for you to heal, don't they usually have to like make you drink through a straw for a time frame or something? Oh. Is ready actor. Execute battle command. This is fine. Okay, so we have attack as our action. This is the actual attack, which we've already processed. And this is where we add the enemy effect here. Be some stupid thing. We do set the damage text info. This is the thing that gets the command effect. Didn't I already do? I did. Did this part, but I didn't add the effect. Wait, no, I didn't. Okay, so let's do this. Context dot for enemy effect ID equals thank you. I think it'll be just wired during surgery. I won't be able to chew for 6 weeks. Oh man. Oof. I mean, maybe I wouldn't mind that. I'd lose a bit of weight. Liquid diet. Go get my jaw wire shut. Maybe I'd have to start actually exercising though. Because if you lose weight but you have no muscle, you just become a skeleton. Okay. So interestingly, I wonder if this code is even working. So there is a way to figure this out. We're gonna rebuild. Do I keep quitting Unity or does Unity keep quitting me? Did I quit Unity again? I don't know what's going on. Am I literally like closing Unity and not thinking about it? Second time this has happened. I have to reopen Unity. It's like, I'm kind of losing my mind. I have all these boxes of wires and crap on my desk. Set up. Always blame Unity. Yeah, well. Unity's fine. Okay. So, I'm going to do the debugger. This might tell me a few things. Enable debug. Yes. Nothing to see here, just long ass setup for debugging. I was asked earlier if I would create the game from scratch if I had a choice to start over again. And the answer is no, but there's some things I might be able to focus on more. If I went back with the experience I have now, obviously you can look back with 2020 vision and say, oh, everything would have been different had I known everything I know now. That's true, but I had to learn a lot the hard way. Okay, so if we do this, start the game. Let's find out what happened. This is the process attack action. This is the display. This is... Okay. Part of me wonders if this code is even executed. I know. Laserburn, are you excited about the coming updates for RPG in a Box? Getting crazy up in there. Okay, don't need you. What do you mean? That same thing where like there's some errant checkpoint, but it can't find it, so it just freezes. Fun. It doesn't know where it stops. Like, what breakpoint? I don't know what you're talking about. That means it won't be able to get the breakpoint. Right. Come on, debug. We can do it. Okay. So we do hit this. We should hit this. Did you jump right into development for us, or did you make a game day? Or I was just doing the their RPG in a Box development, and Jacob Drash Ray gave me an example of the visuals, and we decided we were going to make a small scoped game. Yeah, look how that turned out. And it just built. It's like a snowball rolling down the hill. I think had we built the game that we originally envisioned, not only would it be done by now, it probably wouldn't be as expansive. Maybe that would have been better. I don't know. We really had an intention of just like making a small scoped 10-hour game and then seeing how that went and then building off of that, right? And now we're at 15 to 20 hours, depending on how you play. And we're only halfway through making it. Certainly, I think if we were going to do it again, we would plan better up front. But it would require us to be working on the game full time to do it properly. And in order for that to happen, you got to find success. Okay, so I still have set up damage text animation. So I'm really curious, what is going on that causes that to allow the final bit to run? That's interesting. I'm just being weird with my node. Oh. How did I... So the it must have been a Unity crash or something. It didn't save my node changes. So all this time I've been trying to debug something that wasn't happening. Perfect. That's so disheartening. It crushes my will to live. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna go back to here. Comment that out. It must be crashing or something. Let's see. 10:10. I got about 20 more minutes in me. I need to be marginally responsible about my sleep tonight because I'm gonna be taking the little one to school tomorrow morning. Just a little bit responsible. I don't need like full responsibility, just tiny bit of responsibility. That's extremely impressive. You guys handle it really well. Yes. Yes. I mean, the simple trick, and I don't want you to share this trick with anybody, okay? Because it's really kind of like a trade secret. Once we saw the value, and especially once we were getting close to having a publisher, we just worked on it all the time. And that was it. I mean, I had a full-time job, and anytime I wasn't working my full-time job or with my family, I was working on this. That's all you got to do, is just always work on things and never stop and don't have a life. Easy. It is funny what I know now versus what I knew in the beginning, and like Walliver would use to help me with. Okay. So the animation is not happening. Now I wonder if this will break. I have a lot of experience in my career evolving products. So for me, going from a small scope project to a much larger scope project wasn't a concern. And my career and or daily, regular income didn't depend on this. So I could afford to spend extra time. Like, I don't have to rebuild the battle system. This work, I literally don't have to do any of the work I'm doing right now. I think it would be a disservice to the game and to the community for us not to address the battle system feedback we've gotten. But I don't have to do it because the battle system technically works. But, the things like this I think are super important. I think the game will be better for it once they figure out how to get all this work. And I'd rather do that and make it something people want and really like than leave the okay, it kind of worked and it's okay scenario. Okay, so something's not moving forward. Let me just go see here. The node is there. That's good. But it's not hitting this node. Means this isn't happening. Oh, it's because of this. Wait until the damage, text, and status gauge are finished. No. We're going to comment this out. What we're going to do is just do... For now, I'm going to comment all of this out. But I still don't care about the perfection of it. I've changed the fundamental sequence of the system. Wahaha! I was just about to bring up RPG Box. Yes, I'm super excited. I was not expecting low poly. I'm curious to see if the low poly will include rigged animations, because according to the video that Justin put out, it was just 3D models, but no animations. Yeah, when he launches it, I might just I'm debating whether to do a stream or record myself working with it. Part of me has this vision of spending an entire day and just making good on my promise to the community to make a tutorial series, and just change the scope of the tutorial series and just try to record it real time. Of course, if I did that, I'd have to do it without streaming because I can't deal with chatting and work. Well, I couldn't if I was going to do like a tutorial. But I could do a stream where I like look at all the features and I play with the solutions or something. I'll be curious to see where it's gotten. I mean, I haven't touched RPG in a Box really in a year and a half. Some crazy crap like that. Go at it, old man. Go at it. Now, what's interesting is, I think I got the timing right. I think that the effects timing, that is the effect right there. So the timing I figured out is the right timing. He's really beating the crap out of this boar. Okay. So let's prove that theory. I'm actually really happy with that result. Because it's telling me that what I'm doing is going in the right direction. So if I comment out this, then it should just end up being the old man beating the boar without anything else. I have to figure out how I'm going to delay the health bar change. Because the reason the health bar is changing is because the health changes before the animation plays. I have to figure something out around that. Would it be kind of cool? I'm gonna like. So I have to replace the little bouncing damage. Would it be neat if like not only were the text needs to be bigger, but like the amount of damage you do is the size of the text? So you like, if you do a little bit of damage, it's a little tiny thing. But if you do a lot of damage, it's like a big. I think that would make the battle feel bigger and more fun. I haven't even gotten to like changing the visuals yet. That's a whole different ball game. Like how you animate that's like just all window dressing. But I think it'd be kind of neat that if you attacked right now it's just little tiny text there. Instead it's just like, if it's like a lot of damage, like a critical, it'll be like, I thought even if like exploded out like big, I don't know. No, so he's still beating the crap out of that. So then I think I rebuilt it. Did I rebuild it? Maybe I didn't rebuild it. No, it's been rebuilt. So does that mean that the actual animation isn't happening? Oh. So can continues false. That's what I can do. Let's see what happens if we change that ordering. Like when once I get the bones of the battle stuff, it was taking way longer than I wanted to, just because I really haven't been working on it as much as I wanted to. Yes, I've heard of Pico 8. The original Celeste was made in Pico 8. And I can't remember what they moved it to. Once I get the bones of the battle system, then we'll work with like the cameras and I want to have it so if you're doing a melee attack, the character just beelines it to who they're attacking and then does the attack and then bounces back like Chrono Trigger style. Those are things, but it's all window dressing, but those are going to make it feel better, I think. It feels important in battle. You want, like, if you're going to hit somebody hard, you want the hard hit to feel like it's like a bam, you know? And if you hit them weak, you want to make it feel like it's a weak hit. Jacob's already made like low health animations. So when your character gets on low health, it'll get like, you know, like they're hurt. We want to make it feel more lively. Some of the battle thing is just like it feels boring because the characters are staying in static and there's just not a lot of movement. It doesn't feel dynamic. And emotional damage, like, you know, you're ugly. That's interesting. I appreciate that it showed. Okay, so let's make this 0.15. Let's see what happens. The enemy runs crying. That's not the game we're making. I wouldn't mind doing a game in the vein of Undertale. In terms of like Undertale's kind of quirky and silly, and there's a battle system and a quirky battle system, and you can have pacifist run. I wouldn't mind doing that. Like listen, the most crazy thing about Alterium Shift, and I know you just left, so I'm going to try and say all the interesting stuff while you're not here. The crazy thing about this is like it was meant as a starter game. Hey, let's make a game together, release it, and then try to iterate and improve our ability to make games. Let's try to make enough money making games over time that we would quit our jobs and just work on game development. And then we could do things like come up with fun ideas. Like, it's clear though that I really like doing story-driven games. I'd like to try my hand at some games that are also like platformers or puzzlers or things like that. I would not be a great puzzler though, unfortunately. I'm only, adequate at coming up with puzzles. I like playing puzzlers. I don't think I'd like making a puzzle game. But I always like story. I like story in games. Things that create an emotional connection. I'd like to make a story-based game that has no words. So you have to like interpret by graphics. Not only because that would save a ton on localization, but I like the notion that you have to design the game so well that anyone observing the game will understand what's going on without having to read words that tell them what. I love that sort of design methodology. Okay, so the attack is happening and the damage is happening in around. So it's actually 0.15 seconds. I probably should make something that lets me tweak timing on this. Okay, so that's there. What if I put this back in play? I don't know if the effect will play or not. There might be something else that needs to be used. 10:24. Uh-oh, I'm running out of time. Poor lasers missed all the interesting stuff. I'll be like, okay, I'm done. Bye. Wallaber's screen. Oh, don't go to me. I hate how it goes to me when I go to Twitch.tv. Am I muted? And Wallaber is still streaming. He's working on adding a boost mechanic to his game. I want to see if I can raise them. Let me just go and test this effect thing, and then I think I'm gonna wrap up. Hey Laserburn, you missed all the interesting stuff. I said all the interesting stuff when you stepped away, and then I was like, oh, you're away. Oh well, I'll just say it anyway. Sorry. I mean, there is a VOD. I'm not gonna get rid of that, and Turns out I have been streaming on YouTube. I thought I had to go schedule it every time, but when I stream, it actually pushes to YouTube automatically. You missed! Okay, but the animation's working. Okay. I think this is good. I think this is a good stopping point. Laser, all I was saying was everything. All I was really saying was what, you know, like we started with this idea that we would do a small game and then we'd build up over time and make some money to work full time, so that we can make games that are more thoughtful. Right? This was not a thoughtfully created game. I'm not even sure I would do a good job. I think I really like this method of game development. I like the notion that we came up with, like, you know, there's a visual style and we came up with a base story. And before the story was fully written, we started making the game. I really like that. And it's probably because I do regular development in agile fashion. And agile development means you don't plan the entire project out at once. You come up with like little milestones. You have like the end goal, you know where you're going. You have like the bones of where you're going, but you don't build all the plans and then make the game. You don't write the entire script and then make the game. I would argue if you did that, you're going to waste a lot of your time and you're going to do a lot of rework. Because I think it's impossible, unless it's a very small scope game in terms of like the overall story. I think it would be impossible to create a good, fun game, unless you're super talented, by building the entire script and the whole game out, you know, in your mind and storyboarding before you build the game. I just think it'd be impossible before you get people playing it. Like, yeah, you can make the game, but it won't be as good as if you could like iterate and adjust story and have flexibility in your story, because you recognize like this part just doesn't make sense. When I thought about the script, I thought this was going to be interesting, but now I'm realizing it's not interesting, so we need to change it. We've literally done that multiple times. Yes, it's taking longer, but it's just every single time the game gets better. And I just could not imagine having had a plan where from the start we were going to do it one way and that's it. And all I can say is like the uber talented people can do that, not me. Oh no, is he leaving? No, he's doing his fingers. All right, let's go raid Wallaber before he leaves his screen. Oh, I didn't do credits. No, I don't have that. Thanks all for hanging out. I'm going to go raid Wallaber. And I should be here on Saturday this time. I should have a good Saturday stream. Hopefully I'll have some battle stuff to show more than what I've been doing. We'll see how it goes. Thank you for sharing. Cool stream as always. All right. Well, thanks, Laser. Have a good night. See you all later.
We give this a try. What is the deal with this bounding box? What is this bounding box trying to